please stop actively looking for your next lover. Get off dating apps or anything else you're using. Let them come to you and magically appear in your life. The best one comes when you least expect it. Do not wait for a magic thing to happen to you if you're not getting results already. Be pragmatic. The people that say that is because they want to cope, and also because they're very young. This guy looks quite young, so I would not rely on his advice. He's saying that now at his young age. He doesn't know that time can fly and you can have no results if you don't take the proper action.
We're maturing a new species of asexual, asocial males that never get categorized or clinically diagnosed as addicts, but are just alone their whole lives and never develop these skills. One of the reasons I went on campus every day at UCLA, I wanted sex so badly and my hormones were raging so much that I was willing to take social risk.
That is so true. I remember my first years of university, I was barely studying. I was barely even paying attention to class. I was just looking at the girls and wondering when was the next garden party so I can go out and start talking to them. And mainly also because I had just discovered the skills of dating that you could improve, and I understood that if I was to exercise the right skills and better myself, I could have sex with her or those girls or whatever. Probably would not have thought the same if I was born in an era with social media where people were telling me every day how cooked I was if I was not 6 feet, having income and those kind of things, because back then I can tell you I didn't have those things. I was not even going to the gym. I was like this. I didn't have any money in my bank account. I was just receiving 100 euros per month from my dad. Seems like a lot of guys have lost their balls to the fundamental sense of what that means. They've lost their desire to even have sex with women. Like, what are you doing? Don't you want to have that? Why aren't you trying your best? And I blame social media for that a lot.
For all our liberated sexual mores, young people are having less sex today than ever before.
Yeah.
Many young men will report that they feel like the social landscape out there when it comes to dating and having sex is so uncertain and such a landmine that they just end up staying home, watching pornography and masturbating. And for folks who are vulnerable to that as their drug of choice, it can evolve to the point where they literally cannot stop. It's like an endemic disease. It's not even like a rare disease. The antidote is to do the thing that's painful and difficult in the short term, because in the long term, it will make us feel better and it will make our lives better.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said it better. It is social media, as I've said, but it's also pornography that makes you believe that you don't really need it. Of course, if you watch porn every day, then where is that energy to go out and talk to girls? Especially if you subscribe to OnlyFans, where you feel that the girl is talking to you, you feel like you have this emotional need that is fulfilled to a point, although you know deep down that it's fake, even if you want to believe the opposite, right? Next.
That's what's exhausting about it, is no one's actually saying anything. When you and I have conversations, I'm not exhausted by it because we're talking about things. But like when you have these stupid, casual, ridiculous, mundane social interactions with the average person every day, wherever you're at, they're not saying anything that matters. So that's the part that's exhausting. Is probably some kind of like energy being spent on like tolerating boring, mediocre, dumb conversations. It is like, that's more what it feels like, is like fighting that off expends energy. So it's exhausting fighting off dumbness, dumb mediocrity.
Okay, there's a distinction to do here. It's true that some people, they talk about superficial topics and you can feel the fakeness coming out of their mouth with every word. Like you can feel they're just trying for an outcome somehow. And that sucks, and that we hate, and it's indeed meaningless. It has, not only it's not fun, but it also doesn't serve any purpose, okay? Now, where I think that a lot of guys need nuance here is that a lot of times when you have conversation with your buddies or with your family or whatever, you have those conversations and there isn't any particular purpose, but you just enjoy the conversation itself. For example, when you reminisce about something that happened in the past and you laugh about it, like, is there a purpose to that? No, you're just having fun talking about that, right? When you go see comedians, is there a purpose? No, you just enjoy hearing him talk, making jokes. And women, when they go on a date with a guy, the primordial thing they want to experience is that they want to experience that they are at ease, that they can talk about anything, that you have fun just being in each other's presence. Because what would be a relationship if every time you spend time together, there has to be a purpose to the discussion? Like every time you hang out, you have to do something, you have to solve a problem, you have to talk about philosophical questions. I mean, that sounds very exhausting in the long run, you know, because in between those things, what do? You don't talk. No, if you're not able to have those casual conversations that are fun to have with dates, with people in general, this is a skill that you need to practice. It is a skill, as I've said, like any other skill, it can be improved with practice. You just need to find out what kind of exercise you need to practice, find out a partner to practice that, and, you know, get consistent. That's it. If, of course, somebody talks about stuff you really have no care about for a long time, then it's exhausting. But it's your job at some point to steer the conversation to something you're more interested in. And again, it doesn't have to be a serious topic. It can just be something that makes you smile, that you like talking about. You can tease the person about the fact that they're talking about something you don't like. So I'm like, I gotta stop you right here. I really have no idea what you're talking about. What are you doing? Are you bewitching me somehow? Then you can go forward that way. See what I just did there? That's as simple as that. Next. Yeah, this is a story of my life every time I talk to guys, when I tell them, well, if your lifestyle doesn't allow you to meet girls, maybe you should change your lifestyle. And they're like, no way, man, I'm not going to do that. Well, I mean, you have to choose what you want. You know, what is important to you? Meeting people or keeping things as they are? If, you know, you make the choice. That's as simple as that. Next. So it's a guy that proposed to his girlfriend and is in a wheelchair. My point is that to all those guys that say that you need to be 6 foot, have 6 figures, etc., all the bullcrap we hear every day, what would you say about those situations? About women that are going out with men that visibly do not have the things that you say you need to have for women to chase you? Just go out and touch grass at some point. Go out in your busy city center on a Saturday afternoon and see the couples. See the couples there, and you will see how many of them are actually have 6 foot. Okay, next one.
I love talking to my female friends about their relationships because it fills me with so much hope. Not for them, they're fucked. But for me, I have a lot of hope. The reason is the bar has been set so extraordinarily low. Y'all are meeting legitimate supervillains. Like, you'll be talking about a guy and the guy killed 4 dogs, was a part of 9/11, and bombed the UN. Like, I don't know. There was this one girl who was telling me about how her boyfriend cheated on her 7 times. I was like, that is awful. But what is amazing is the fact that he had 7 opportunities. You kept giving this brother chances.
Oh man, I mean, this reminds me of conversation I had with some girls also. And there's always stories like that. Stories about crazy exes that still they stay with. Honestly, I really pity girls. I pity guys to some extent, but not really, because they have a lot of control about their dating life. You know, as a guy, you could totally improve your looks, your finances, your banter, your conversation skills, basically. Just approach more women also, which is something that is easier to do as a man, culturally speaking. Men have more control, so I have less empathy for them. I understand how they might feel, but I will encourage them to act. But for women, if you're a woman, you have to, there's not much things you can do to improve your dating life. The only thing you have to focus on is to say no to the men that are bad for you, and learn how to recognize the signs that a man is not for you, is not going to be good for you. If I was that kind of guy that wants to manipulate women and have the most sex possible, the most girlfriends possible at the same time, it would be so easy to do that today, which is really the worst. But the good news is that as a man, if you're able to change yourself, to become attractive, and then you're able to stay with the woman, you're able to commit to her, not cheat, do not have several girlfriends at the same time, be honest with her, have an honest relationship where you stand your ground when you write, and when you work on yourself, you stay confident, you stay competent, you stay attractive, you increase all of that, then you become like such a gem. I mean, any girl will agree with me on this, because they either have the choice between simps that are nervous, awkward, not confident women, not attractive, needy, whatever, and the men that have all the women but that will therefore not want to commit to one. So if you show that you can have relationships and you can commit to them, then suddenly you're the best of both worlds, which is how you stand out in today's dating society, let's say, as a man. I'm gonna make a quick compilation of this because there are several videos and it's something important I want to talk about. So with the magic of editing, here is the quick compilation.
Hello, do you speak English by chance? I'm from Los Angeles and I'm visiting here to take pictures of strangers. Would it be cool if I took your portrait right here and give it to you for free?
Actually, yes, but I must go. Does someone take pictures and photos of you?
No, no one is it. You want to take a photo of me?
Yes, I will. Do I made it right?
Oh, I like it. It's nice. Thank you so much.
You're nice.
I will make it my profile photo. Sometimes I don't meet nice people. Like, I will walk around and, but you were the sweetest person I've met.
Thank you.
Maybe Ukrainian people are so nice.
Maybe.
Or it's just you.
Or it's just me. Or you.
Yeah.
Thank you, you too.
Bye. Safe travels. I'll tell you more. We talked for a long time. I cut that video up. I got the courage to just send her a message. I'm like, you know what? I felt something and maybe she felt something. So I literally was like, I really like you. Could I take you out for dinner on my last night in Hamburg, which was the next day? And she was like, yeah, instantly. I'll go out with you. And I'm like, oh, okay, wonderful. Pick any restaurant you want. Don't worry about the price. And I'll make the reservation. The whole night I stayed up and learned how to read like your palm so I could hold her hand. And when we got to the date, I froze up. Like I totally forgot what I was gonna say. And I was just like, can we just hold hands? And she started laughing and I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, we just held hands and we didn't even eat our food. We were so into the conversation that we didn't even eat. And then afterwards, it started to get really windy and cold and we literally hugged for like 10 minutes. And I put my head on her chest and her heart was beating so fast. And I'm like, oh, your heart's beating really fast. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, why? And she was like, because I feel alive. I swear to God, bro, it was a movie. And the next moment, I'm just like, hey, would you like to come to my place? And she was like, yeah, sure. And this is my family's house, so it's not like I'm gonna try to, pass her boundaries. Like we haven't kissed or anything. And so she comes back to my family's house and we all, including my cousins, the adults were kind of sleeping, but my cousins, we all watched a funny movie, Anchorman. We just laughed and we held hands the whole time throughout the movie. And then afterwards, I took a picture of her with a disposable camera and I dropped her back off. And I wanted to kiss her, but I got really scared and I just gave her a hug and I said goodbye. I haven't been in love with someone in a very long time and it's all scary. And I'm scared and I don't know what to do and my feelings are too strong. She doesn't like me the way I like her. I think that she had a great time and I had a great time. Like, I felt so excited and so in love that night because I haven't dated someone in 6-7 years. And just to hold someone's hand and hear the words that they were saying to me, it felt really good.
This guy, keep in mind, this guy is a famous TikToker. I mean, he does a lot of videos. I don't exactly remember how many followers he has, but he has like almost 500,000 followers. He's talking to people every day, all the time. I mean, I guess very often he's making those videos. He is not a nobody that never also had experience with women, because he had a relationship, and he goes on that first date, and he's so nervous. He does those weird things, and he says the girl laughs, and she's kind of, playing along with it. But during this whole time, he goes way too far, way too fast. During this whole time, what he's doing, he's basically saying or showing to her, I don't know you. I just had one conversation with you. It's our first date, and I'm already so invested and so in love with you that I'm losing my words, I'm losing my confidence, you're intimidating so much, I don't know, I feel like a kid again, because this is what it is. It feels like an inexperienced man. And so the girl, initially she might be interested, but because of that moment of pure neediness, let's call it that way, he screwed things up for her. She internally was probably wondering, why didn't you stay this charming, relaxed man you were in the beginning? Why did you have to make it weird? Why am I now in your family's house with your cousins or whatever, watching a movie? This is so strange. I don't know. At the same time, you look sweet, you have things here, but it's going too fast for me. And this is a key thing. It's going way too fast for her. Now, you might say, I'm overinterpreting things, and maybe she was interested and I don't know what I'm talking about, and he was romantic and she's crazy and blah, blah, blah. But trust me on that. I've talked and dated enough women to tell you that this is what happens when a man does that. Why? Because I've done it myself several times. And every time, almost like clockwork, every time I show this type of neediness, gone. The next day, the girl is gone. Why? Because an inherent trait of attractiveness in a man is being a leader, and is the opposite of being needy. Okay? Just gonna clarify things here. The opposite of neediness is attractive for women. But the moment she sees you as a needy man that needs her, it's the moment where her respect for you plummets, and it's the moment where she stopped being interested, or at least not as much as she was, And then if she reaches a certain threshold, boom, she just doesn't want to see you again. And that's what's kind of sad in those stories, is that when you had a first date like that, suddenly you think, wow, I felt so much emotion for that person. I'm in love. It's amazing. But that's your side of the story. You're excited about the thing that you felt. You don't know how she feels about that. Remember one important thing here. You don't know that person. You don't know if she's a psychopath. You don't know if she takes drugs. You don't know if she plans to steal your money or whatever. You don't know if you can trust her in general. You don't know what's her life like. You don't know how her sex life is. Maybe she's not even a woman. How do you know these days? Maybe she has weird body odor that you will odor. She has weird smell somewhere that when you will have sex, you will realize that it's not going away and it's really disturbing you. And then what do? Maybe she has a STD. You don't know those things. All those things that can go around. Maybe in 2 months, you're going to realize that she believes, or she has some core beliefs that are not aligned to yours. So why are you excited that much about a person from the beginning? Keep things calm and gather data points. That's what Joko Willink was saying in one of these podcasts. Gather more data points. It's not because she's pretty and she's nice to you that she's the love of your life. Yes, I remember. I love this one. I love what she posts. I think it's amazing advice and it's so refreshing. Men never forget their first love. You and what group of researchers figured this one out? Maybe a man who's immature and hasn't moved on. Men again, stop it. Same with me, with guys saying women, stop it. Stop overgeneralizing everyone. Now, sure, there's things that are common to the whole gender, but there are things that are not common. There are things that are different from individual to individual. Okay, this is bullshit, and she's right. No response is a response. Categorically, no. We are overwhelmed. Use your powers of deduction here. Yes, most people, if they are interested in you, will reply. Some are at capacity. Some don't have much time. And it's the same for women. Women receive messages from dudes all the time. For women, a dating app, when they go on a dating app and they match with guys, it's the same as having people talking to you on Instagram. It's not rare for them to get matches, so they just consider it as just another number. You need to pay attention to the context here, not take things personally. If a girl doesn't answer you, it doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't care about you. It just means she doesn't know about you enough to care that much as you care now, because you don't have many opportunities. What one man won't, another man will. Men. Jesus Christ, what another person will, another won't too. You could play this game forever. This is I wouldn't have said it better. So it's very refreshing content. I would like to see this more, especially from guys, and especially from guys in relationships. Actually, it would be great if any guy in a relationship reading this start a channel and start posting about your relationship, even if you don't normally do that, just to show the other side that nobody shows ever. Next video, and then that will be it.
Damn, bro, I'm trying to get a girl, man. I've been looking for months.
That's your problem, bro. You're not supposed to look for a girl. You have to let them come to you.
Nah, bro, that makes no sense. How am I supposed to get a girl like that?
I don't know. I mean, that's just how it works. And you have to treat them bad too. Like, don't buy them nothing, don't talk to them nicely or anything like that. That'll make them want you even more. Trust me, bro.
If that's true, then how come I haven't seen you with a girl?
I could get a girl if I want to. I just don't want to. I haven't even been looking, you know? Once I get the girl that is exactly my type, 10 out of 10 girl, watch, you're gonna see me with her. Trust me, bro.
Oh my god, this is giving me PTSD, guys. I've seen this so much in real life and in comments, and you wouldn't believe the amount of time I have to face palm myself. I think I would have a flat face by now, but my nose is too big for that, probably. There's so many people out there giving their advice, me included for sure, but at least I believe I have some degree of proof to show you that I know what I'm talking about, because I'm living what I'm teaching. First of all, I have a long relationship now. I mean, more than 3 years, where we are super happy. I have a track record of having been with enough women so that I can draw some conclusions from that. I have now helped more than 50 guys improve their dating life. So, you know, I have experience with different people than just me. Sorry about that. I also, super important, I was a guy that didn't have success before. I was a guy that was super introverted, self-conscious, awkward, all the things you can imagine of that kid in school. That was me. Because I was like that and I'm not like that anymore, and I'm able to show you how I did the transformation, let's say, then you can listen to this kind of advice. Also, I want to give you the most authentic, honest type of advice out there. I don't want to fake a front. I want to be honest with you. I want to tell you the truth about women, about what is possible and what is not possible. For example, these days, something that I say is that dating apps work for certain people according to your standards and according to where you live also. So I'm not going to tell you, oh yeah, I'm going to help you get so many matches with dating apps no matter who you are. That is not true. For some people, dating apps don't work as well as they would have to make you rely on them. So I have done this today because I just would like to post more YouTube videos. I would like to keep this format pretty simple to edit for me, so I can just post more. Ideally, I would like to do that once a week. I'll probably do one video like that a week, because there's always content out there that I find and that I can comment on. So I'm just gonna do that once a week, a reaction to TikToks while I give advice. I'll try to make this more and more entertaining as we go. Because I'm still a self-conscious guy, so when I know that the camera is on me and I have to comment something, I have like the timer in my head. I'm like, okay, I will have to comment on that, and I try to be as authentic and as natural as possible. It's not always an easy exercise, guys, so bear with me with this. All right, that being said, if you have any questions, shoot them in the comments or send them to me privately. There is the links in the description to do so. And in the meantime, if you like the video, press like, subscribe to my channel, watch also my other social media where I post shorter forms, and take care of yourself. Bye.